Hello everyone and welcome to the 4th episode in the Farleigh Park build series. There's a lot to cover in today's episode, so let's get straight into it. So starting with the gift shop just here, this is what I've been working on the past few days. Been really enjoying working on this building, especially the exterior here. There is currently no interior, and yes, you won't be able to see any of this stuff once the build is complete. But yes, been very happy with how the exterior is turning out. And of course, got the corner section here, a couple of benches, got a gift shop above each entrance, and also a couple of flower beds. The other flower bed is much larger around the side here, and eventually, once the park is finished, I'll basically put the month and the year when I finish the park on the wall as well, so everybody visiting the park can see just how long I've been working on it. But yes, so there's that with a nice little flower bed and some bunting, and so the exterior is pretty much finished. Interior has basically had nothing apart from just the base wall complete, and I've also been doing a bit of work on the nighttime lighting around this building, but I'll show you that at the end of the video. So yeah, that's pretty much all the changes around here on Farleigh Avenue. So let's go over to the adventure area for some more updates. And I thought just before I head over to the adventure area, I'm just going to show you kind of how the Wild West facade fits in here. I have made some edits, so it's pretty much the same height as the building here. So from this side you can't see the gift shop at all, and from this side you can't see the Wild West at all. But yes, I had to make a few edits just to make sure it all fit in there. I had to move quite a few plants and stuff. But overall, it works really nicely. Let's go over to the adventure area. So the adventure area has had a few updates since the last episode. We're working a bit more on what's going to be the restaurant here. So there will actually be like a up section seating around here, and of course the plan is to have basically this will be one story, and then above here the rest of the two-story building with a door here essentially. I've also been working a bit on this building around here, which is going to be just like a little water station. It's also got the area's staff building in it. So yeah, still quite a few odd details that need to go on the side of the building. It's a bit blank at the moment. But yeah, that's that. You may have noticed there's this park map board here. I've added these to all of the areas that I've actually currently been doing work on or are finished, so we'll go over those at the end of the video. I'll show you where all of those are. And yeah, other updates around the adventure area is that I've been working a bit on the kind of like the coast section. You could call it the coast, it's on the lake. I don't really know what else you would really call it, but yeah, I'm starting to bring it round this way, and eventually it's going to have like a nice transition here. So I think that's everything in the adventure area. Quickly over in the city area, haven't really done much here at all, apart from a few edits to the hypercoaster. So now all three trains that will be running on this, the last train will basically be kept on the brake run here. So let's move on to the spooky area, because that's had a lot of changes. So now here in the spooky area, or just outside the spooky area, I've been working a bit on the transition between the spooky area and where there's just like regular vegetation here before we get to the Viking area. But anyway, so I've been working a little bit on how the coaster is going to kind of transition into this area. So the airtime hill going in kind of goes over the trees, and then I thought it'd be quite fun, the actual turn out of the area could be like a near miss similar to the one at the base of this element back here. So hopefully in a moment we'll be able to see the coaster actually traverse these elements. So here it comes into the airtime hill, and it kind of jumps over the trees, which I think is quite fun. And then as it comes around here, there's a nice little smoke effect, just like so, as the train passes through, which I really like. I might extend the smoke burst up for a little bit. But yeah, going into the area itself, I've been doing quite a lot of work on the theming along the pathway here, along with lots of the kind of like the rock work and the trees and the dead trees and all the dead bushes kind of in the actual ride area as well, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I've pretty much done all of this section. Also done some work on the where it actually hits the lake around here. You can kind of see where I've just got the regular trees there, and then it kind of transitions into the spooky area here. And yeah, this will kind of continue all the way around here, round to this section here where it then meets the gardens. But yes, yeah, so you can see the coaster itself, it kind of comes out of the area here and then goes back in for a little element before coming back out again and over the water. Also, a couple of edits to the custom supports. I realised that this didn't really have much support for the turn, considering how fast it's going around there, so I thought I'd add a second, maybe like use this as another support there, and then I strengthened this one by adding in the sideways part. But yeah, so it's starting to come together really well. Also done a bit more theming around this part of the queue line, which is starting to look really cool. Other elements of the spooky area that we're working on include the queue line around here of the what's going to be like a scare maze, which of course will just be like a fake building. And so yes, that's coming along quite nicely. You can kind of get the idea around here, just very similar to the rest of it. And yes, that's coming along quite nicely. Almost finished it as well, which is pretty cool. And again, this area does in fact have a park map on it. And yeah, all the areas will have like a park map for everybody to use, as well as the wayfinding signs, which are these basically. I also added the catwalks to the transfer track. Can't really do much here because of course the track has to be able to slide across. But yeah, there's not really much I can do about that anyway. Do need to do a bit of work on the bridge here. Probably needs to add some very high fencing along the side, as well as a fence along the middle of the two queue lines. And yeah, the station building hasn't had much stuff happen to it. Kind of small things, just bringing this wall forward and putting a few cobwebs on it. So yeah, there's not much going on in there. Definitely needs to do quite a lot of work to get all the exterior done, because it's a lot of walls that need to be all covered up and detailed. And I also need to find a solution to this roof. But yes, the station building is pretty much the same as in the last update, but the area itself has had quite a lot of work, especially this section around here. So before we end off the video, I'm just going to show you the location of the other area park maps. The gardens has one right here, which is kind of in front of the tree, so doesn't really obstruct any views, but still is quite central to the area. If we head into Buccaneers Bay, I've placed it on the side of the shipwreck sign just there. In Storm Valley, it is right here, just next to the runaway train. This is probably the most difficult because of how limited the space is in the area. So if we keep going around, I'm going to have to dip into Outpost 5 for a second, so let me try and do this without spoiling anything. The park map for this one is right here, just next to Shadow there. Quick look around the park at night. I said I'd show you the gift shop at night. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how the lighting has come out in this one. I've put all the lights on the top here, kind of over each window panel, as well as some lighting where it says gift shop on each side, as well as the sign that's on the wall here. And I've also turned these off because they were far too bright, and I've just sunk some smaller spotlights in a darker colour underneath. And going around, we've still got those lights from up here and also above where it says gift shop. So that's starting to come together quite nicely. You can also hop over to the spooky area. There's a few kind of purple accents, including this section here, which I'm quite happy about. And then the rest of the area is lit by the cool torches. I really like this piece. It's such a cool one for spooky builds. But anyway, we've got a few kind of bits of purple lighting around the track, and I might put I was thinking I might light up the final inversion all in purple, because that would look quite nice. Anyway, I think on that note we'll end off the video. I'll just switch it back to day for a bit. There we go. I'll take out the Outpost 5 building so you can see the entire park. But yes, the park is really starting to come together now. So yeah, I will hopefully see you in some of the live streams that I'm doing from this park. But if you want to see me build the park live, you can tune into the live streams. There's no set schedule, they just kind of happen when I feel like doing one. And sometimes I even throw in a live reaction to a Frontier Unlocked episode whenever they are being streamed. But yes, that's pretty much going to be it for this episode of the build series. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, consider subscribing to keep watching the build series and eventually see the park in its completed form. And yeah, if you like what I've been working on in the spooky area, give the video a like. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.